Morning. Am I audible, people? Am I audible? I just wanted to know if I'm audible or not. Okay. I suppose I'm audible. Okay, fine. That is great. Okay, so good morning, people. I welcome you all in this particular session. My name is Gaurav Bhatia. I welcome you all on behalf of Unacademy. What have I brought for you? Basically, it is reading only series, and in this, what am I going to discuss? I will be discussing. Hi, Hemant. How are you? I will be discussing what I will be discussing one article from the Economist. यहाँ पे अपन लोग सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक Economist मैंने शेयर करा था. I shared it on 5th of March. मैंने ये जो मैगजीन थी it was edition of 5th March, मतलब लास्ट वीक का एडिशन था. इस वीक का एडिशन में है आप लोगों से फ्राइडे, मतलब कि आज मैं आई विल बी शेयरिंग. ठीक है ना. ना अगर आप लोग यहाँ पर बात करते तो यहाँ पे यू विल बी गेटिंग व्हाट, मैं आप लोगों को एक पैसेज दूंगा. आप लोग एक आर्टिकल जो है, इस आर्टिकल को बस डिस्कस करेंगे. There won't be anything else. Questions वगैरह जो है, we are not going to solve any question today. ठीक है, कल एक आर्टिकल होगा which I will be reading. Very good morning, Nivedita. So my name is Gaurav Bhatia. I have an experience of more than 12 years. In these 12 years, I've taught like hundreds and thousands of students. I scored around 99.93 in my CAT 2021. I scored around 98 percentile in my CAT 2019, and I have cleared all these exams. Now, you people have this complete master batch for CAT 2022. It is going to start on 12th of March. यहाँ पे you will be finding Ravi Handa sir. Ravi Handa sir is a very good faculty for quants and reasoning. So you people can join this batch. Okay. What you'll have to do, you'll have to use this code CATGARV. Okay. You'll have to use this code CATGARV so as to assess this particular batch. Now, a very exciting news for all the CAT and OMET aspirants. Basically, what are we giving you? Okay, if you're going to purchase our plus subscription for 24 months or 18 months, we will be giving you a complimentary campus placement IT job subscription worth rupees 6,750. Okay, for 6 months. And if you're going to purchase our subscription for 12 months, we will be giving you the same for 4 months. So it is something additional that we are providing for free. Okay, hurry, just grab this offer. It is for limited time only. Now, if you people want to gain access to those batches, you'll have to purchase either Iconic or Plus. Ankit, hi, good morning, Ankit. How are you? Arey, how come you are home today, Ankit? So basically, what do we have? We have this. If you purchase Plus subscription, in that case, you'll be getting live classes. There would be weekly tests. There would be study materials. There would be unlimited access to these live classes, and structured courses would be there. In the case of Iconic, you will be getting personal guidance, study planner, live mentoring, test analysis, and expert guidance as well. So these will be included along with these. Okay. So Iconic is much beneficial than that of Plus. In the case of Iconic, you will be getting mentored by Iconic teachers. आप लोग को Iconic mentors होंगे, those will be guiding you. ठीक है ना? You will be having one-on-one live doubt solving by experts, one-on-one live concept discussion with experts, one-on-one live mentorship by top school graduates would be there, and you people can also book your slot as per your own convenience. Okay. Now over here, if you are going to use my code, which is CATGARV, you are going to get what? You are going to get 10% discount. Along with this 10% discount, आप लोग जो coins है अपने उन, अच्छा, अरे वाह, गुड अंकित. अगर आप लोग बात करते हैं यहाँ पे तो आप लोग को 10% डिस्काउंट मिलेगा. इसके अलावा आप लोग अपने जो कॉइन्स है, आप लोग उन कॉइन्स को भी रिडीम कर सकते हो सो एज टू गेट एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट्स. Last chance to get into top B schools in 2022. Basically, admissions are open now. The thing is this कि for year 2022 वाला intake, ठीक है, अगर आप लोगों को MBA करना है 2022 के अंदर, अगर आप लोगों को फर्स्ट सेम के अंदर अगर आप लोगों को एडमिशन चाहिए, तो वी आर ऑलरेडी डन अवे विथ ऑल द मेजर एग्जाम्स. अपन लोगों ने कैट दे दिया, सीमैट अभी है ही आप लोगों का लाइंड अप, ठीक है ना. हम लोगों ने जैट दे दिया, IIFT हो चुका, सबके रिजल्ट्स भी अनाउंस हो गए, स्नैप के रिजल्ट्स अनाउंस हो गए, सब कुछ हो चुका है. ठीक है ना. यू हैव लास्ट चांस, आप लोग महाराष्ट्र MBA CET जो है वो दे सकते हो ना. महाराष्ट्र MBA CET जो है उस केस पे यू विल बी गेटिंग ऑल द कॉलेजेस विच आर गुड एंड दे आर इन एट महाराष्ट्र. हाय श्रुति, हाउ आर यू? फॉर एग्जाम्पल जमनालाल बजाज यू आर गोइंग टू गेट, you'll be getting Shimshri, you'll be getting Pumba. So like plenty of colleges are there. So you people can join these colleges. आप लोग इन colleges को join कर सकते हो. Now the thing is this कि Unacademy store opens on March 13. It is, the address would be this 30 Pusa Road, Rajendra Nagar, near Metro Pillar 121. So you can just visit this store. But if you want to visit the store, registration is mandatory. Okay, you people have to register on 12th or 13th March. Sorry, you just have to register now only. Okay, now so let us start with this particular set. अपन लोग इस सेट को यहाँ पे स्टार्ट करें. मैं वापस बोल रहा हूँ, यहाँ पे इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी ओनली अ रीडिंग सेशन। यहाँ पे आप लोगों को कोई भी क्वेश्चंस जो है वो क्वेश्चंस नहीं मिलेंगे। हाँ, मैं आप लोगों को ये बताऊंगा कि आप लोगों को किस तरीके से पढ़ना है, आप लोग किस तरीके से नोट्स क्रिएट कर सकते हो, और कहाँ से आप लोगों को किस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस जो है वो बनेंगे। ठीक है, ये जो आप लोगों का पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल है ये द इकोनॉमिस्ट से लिया था। द इकोनॉमिस्ट कौन सी वाली? द इकोनॉमिस्ट विच आई शेयर्ड ऑन 5th ऑफ मार्च, जो मैंने 5th मार्च को शेयर करा था। ठीक है, जो इकोनॉमिस्ट थी इट वाज लाइक इनंडेटेड विथ यूक्रेन एंड रशिया, बट ओवर देयर आई वाज एबल टू फाइंड वन आर्टिकल विच वाज बेस्ड अपॉन ईस्ट अफ्रीका, जो कि ईस्ट अफ्रीका के ऊपर बेस्ड था। ठीक है ना, ईस्ट एंड सेंट्रल अफ्रीका। नाउ तो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद दिस। In January, schools in Uganda reopened after nearly 2 years of COVID-19 closures. That was a source of delight to poor parents who hoped to improve their children's prospect through education. But it was also a source of dread for many others. Dread का मतलब क्या होता है? Dread का मतलब होता है कि it was source of what? It was source of sadness. It was source of what? It was source of sadness for many others, since they knew that they would struggle to afford to pay the fees. Okay. तो देखो यहाँ पे व्हाट आर वी टॉकिंग अबाउट, हम लोग यहाँ पर बात करें उगांडा के बारे में। ओके, तो व्हाट हैपेंड इन उगांडा? उगांडा के अंदर आफ्टर 2 years व्हाट हैपेंड, दीज स्कूल्स वर ओपन। ठीक है ना, स्कूल जो थे दे वर व्हाट, दे वर ओपन। ना फॉर मैनी दे वर, इट वाज हैप्पी। ओके, कि भाई स्कूल्स आर ओपनिंग, दिस थिंग वाज अ सोर्स ऑफ हैप्पीनेस। ठीक है, बिकॉज दे वांटेड व्हाट, दे वांटेड देयर स्टूडेंट, देयर चिल्ड्रन टू स्टडी, ओके, फॉर देयर बेटर फ्यूचर। But for many others, they were also a source of dread because they were not able to afford the fees. Okay, they had to pay the fees. Now, Prosi Nabate Beka. Okay, Prosi Nabate Beka, a firewood seller in Masaka district, took on casual work to pay for her children's schooling. ओके, कैजुअल वर्क का मतलब क्या हो गया? मतलब शी ही डिड नॉट हैव अ पर्टिकुलर वर्क, ही डिड नॉट वर्क इन द ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर, ही डिड नॉट हैव अ रेगुलर पेमेंट। ओके, हाय दिग्विजय, हाउ आर यू दिग्विजय? वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग। ओके, फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल व्हाट सॉर्ट ऑफ कैजुअल वर्क डिड ही टेक टू? अब देखो यहाँ पे आप लोग को टुक ऑन दे रखा है। ठीक है ना, टेक ऑन का मतलब कहता है ही स्टार्टेड वर्क इन, took on casual work to pay for her school children's schooling. Okay, so she was like Prosi ke paas did not have anything which was regular. She did not have a source of regular income. For an example, she digged ditches in a rich man's pineapple field. Her 14-year-old daughter became a laborer too, having charcoal onto trucks. Others sold assets to raise enough money. Okay, तो यहाँ पे look over here what happened. यहाँ पे you, this is what it is, one example which is given to you. Okay, this example is Prosi Nabate Beka. Okay, she did what? She started digging holes so as to pay for her children's school fee. Her 14-year-old daughter, she also became a laborer. She did what? She became a laborer to heaving charcoal onto trucks. Now, Alex Matviga, a local land dealer, said that he was handling twice as many transactions as in usual months because parents were selling land at fire sale prices, mostly to government officials or traders from town. People do not have the other options, he explained. They are in the squeeze. Now, अगर अपन लोग यहाँ पर बात करते हैं तो यहाँ पे what happened, यहाँ पे like Alex Mathvi was there. He was what? He was local land dealer. Now he says कि भाई there like plenty of people, मतलब he is handling what? He is handling twice as many transactions as in usual months. Why? Because these laborers, they are doing what? They are selling their land. And why are they selling their land? Because they are in the squeeze now. So they are in the squeeze. They are in the squeeze. The phrase means, first option, the locals are selling their land. The locals are selling their land. The locals are facing economic problems. C, locals want to send their children to school. And D is what? D is none of the above. So tell me what is going to be the answer. यहाँ पे आप लोगों के according what should be the answer? यहाँ पर आप लोगों के according what should be the answer? Tell me that. कि what do you mean by this? कि they are in the squeeze. What does this phrase mean? Okay, they are in the squeeze. So what does this particular phrase mean? Nivedita says, okay, very good Nivedita. What about others? Digvijay also says B. Very good Digvijay. What about others? Very good, very good, very good. Hemant also says B. Very good Hemant. Very good, very good. Ankit says B. ठीक है, very good. हाँ, Shruti also says B. Very good Ankit, very good Shruti, very good people, very good, very good, very good. Okay, so ultimately when somebody is in the squeeze, so that means what? That means that particular person is facing economic problems. He does not have enough money to pay for something. ठीक है ना? तो यहाँ पे क्या हो गया? These people are in the squeeze and that is why they are taken to what? Either they are working or they are working extra or they are selling their land. In theory, schooling is free in Uganda. ठीक है ना? In practice, most spending on education comes from parents rather than the government or foreign donors. Parents have to chip in for materials, upkeep, uniform, and exam fees, or sometimes just to hire an extra teacher. The cost of these school fees is so high that half of Ugandan households have seen a child drop out for financial reasons, according to Twavisa, an East African NGO. ठीक है? So as you people read, कि भाई according in theory these schools are what? These schools are free in Uganda. Okay, but practically they are not free because parents have to do what? They have to chip in. They have to collect money. They have to spend money collectively. Why so? So as to keep what? So as to have materials. For an example, books would be there, uniforms would be there, stationery would be there. Okay, upkeep, maintenance would be there, uniforms and exam fees, or even just to hire an extra teacher, they have to do what? They have to pay the salary of that particular teacher. So ultimately, because of all these reasons, the school, okay, well, they become very much expensive for the students, for the parents over there. Okay, and it is the reason that most of the children, okay, like half of Ugandan households have seen a child drop out for financial reasons. Okay, means half of the children, they do what? They just get dropped out of the school. In many parts of Africa as elsewhere, the transformation of subsistence farmers into wage earners or petty entrepreneurs is the starting point for development. The shifts makes countries richer and less people lift themselves out of poverty. Across much of Africa, however, this transition is incomplete. Most folk in the countryside still cultivate small plots of their own. One of the forces pitching them into the market economy is the need to earn money to pay for something that nearly all of them desire: education for their children. Okay, so over here in this particular passage, in this particular paragraph, what is given to you? आप लोगों को यहाँ पे बताया हुआ है कि भाई what is the problem that is faced by African parents. Okay, अब वहाँ पे क्या हुआ? इन अफ्रीका, इन मोस्ट ऑफ द पार्ट्स ऑफ अफ्रीका, ठीक है, ये जितने भी आप लोगों के दिस सब्सिस्टेंस फार्मर्स जो थे, मतलब क्या हो गया? दोस पीपल दे हैड व्हाट? दे वर टेम्पररी फार्मर्स. ओके, दे बिकेम व्हाट? दे बिकेम वेज अर्नर्स. ठीक है ना? मतलब क्या हो गया? दे बिकेम दैट लेबरर्स. ठीक है, या फिर दे ऑल्सो बिकम पैटी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स. पैटी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स मीन्स व्हाट? like they started their own very small business for you may say that they became what? They became hawkers. ठीक है ना? Well, they started something small. So why? Well, basically these are what? These are the starting points of the development. These are what? These are the starting points for the development. The shift makes countries richer and lets people lift themselves out of poverty. तो ये वाला जो शिफ्ट हो रहा है, दिस पर्टिकुलर शिफ्ट, व्हाट इज इट टेलिंग, या व्हाट इज हैपनिंग ओवर हियर? बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर शिफ्ट, people are moving away from poverty. पीपल आर मूविंग अवे फ्रॉम पॉवर्टी, जो लोग हैं वो क्या करें, वो अब वहां से पॉवर्टी से बाहर निकलते हैं, ठीक है। लेकिन ये जो ट्रांजिशन है, दिस पर्टिकुलर ट्रांजिशन इज इनकम्प्लीट, ठीक है, बिकॉज अभी भी इन मोस्ट ऑफ द रीजन्स पीपल आर इनटू व्हाट, पीपल आर इनटू दिस फार्मिंग ओनली। जो भी लोग हैं वो लोग क्या है, वो लोग सिर्फ और सिर्फ फार्मिंग में ही है इंडल्ज, दे आर इंडल्ज इनटू फार्मिंग ओनली, ठीक है। वन ऑफ द फोर्सेस पिचिंग देम इनटू द मार्केट इकोनॉमी, एंड व्हाई आर दे मूविंग, व्हाट इज द रीजंस, ओके, कि वाई आर दे चेंजिंग देयर प्रोफेशन, कि भाई फ्रॉम बीइंग दैट पर्टिकुलरली पैटी फार्मर्स, वाई आर दे बिकमिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, ठीक है। और वाई आर दे बिकमिंग डेली वेज अर्नर्स, बिकॉज दे वांट टू अर्न मनी so as to fulfill their basic needs, and one of the basic needs is education. They want what, they want their children to get educated, they want their children to get educated. Now in colonial times, British officials imposed, it is what it is, imposed hard taxes to force Africans into cash and economy. Needing money to pay the tax, farmers would have to grow cash crops or work in mines. Also, since the Industrial Revolution, people have changed their habits so as to be able to afford new consumer goods, perhaps by working longer hours or finding jobs away from the farm. Okay, so what happened? Look, people did what? Matlab, during the British time, Britishers did what? Britishers started charging hard taxes. ओके, बिकॉज दे वांटेड व्हाट, दे वांटेड कि दीज पीपल शुड पे टैक्स। अभी तो क्या होता था, ये जो लोग थे, जो अफ्रीकन फार्मर्स थे, दे यूज्ड टू डू व्हाट, दे यूज्ड टू ग्रो समथिंग, और जो भी वो लोग ग्रो करते थे वो उसी को खुद को कंज्यूम कर लेते, तो उनको किसी और से कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता था। दे आर ग्रोइंग एंड दे आर कंज्यूमिंग, दे आर ग्रोइंग एंड दे आर कंज्यूमिंग, ओके। फिर ब्रिटिशर्स आए, ब्रिटिशर्स ने बोला कि भाई इस तरीके से कैसे काम चलेगा, वी आर नॉट अर्निंग एनीथिंग फ्रॉम यू, तो वी आर इम्पोजिंग व्हाट, वी आर इम्पोजिंग हर्ट टैक्स। अब हर्ट टैक्स के केस में क्या हुआ, यहाँ पे दे आर ग्रोइंग फॉर देमसेल्व्स एंड दे आर कंज्यूमिंग फॉर देमसेल्व्स, तो दे आर नॉट गेटिंग एनी मनी, मनी का कुछ रोल ही नहीं था, तो दे वर फोर्स टू डू व्हाट, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस हर्ट टैक्स दे वर फोर्स्ड टू ग्रो कैश क्रॉप्स। यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, यहाँ पे कैश क्रॉप्स जो थे उनको ग्रो करने का मतलब दे वर मेड टू ग्रो क्रॉप्स, ओके, कौन से क्रॉप्स, कैश क्रॉप्स, ठीक है ना। अब यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, नीडिंग मनी टू पे द टैक्स, फार्मर्स वुड हैव टू ग्रो कैश क्रॉप्स और वर्क इन माइंस, ओके, दे हैव टू डू व्हाट, दे हैव टू ग्रो क्रॉप्स और वर्क इन माइंस, बिकॉज दे वांटेड टू हैव व्हाट, दे वांटेड टू हैव मनी। इनके पास एजुकेशन तो थी नहीं, दे वर वेरी मच हैप्पी, दे वर सेटिस्फाइड विद व्हाटएवर दे हैड, ठीक है ना, ऐसा कुछ ग्रीड वाला कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी, दे वर नॉट ग्रीडी इंडीड, ठीक है। तो इनको पैसे की जरूरत नहीं थी, दे वर बहुत अच्छे से रहते थे। लेकिन जब ब्रिटिशर्स आए तो ब्रिटिशर्स ने बोला कि नहीं, हम लोगों को पैसे चाहिए, तुम्हारे को नीचे तो क्या हुआ, हमारे को चाहिए, ओके, जाओ जाकर के काम करो, हम लोग तुम्हारे पे हार्ड टैक्स ले रहे हैं। इस वजह से दे हैड टू डू व्हाट, दे हैड टू ग्रो कैश क्रॉप्स, या फिर दे हैड टू डू व्हाट, दे हैड टू स्टार्ट दैट वर्किंग इन माइंस। वहाँ पे तो अफ्रीका में माइंस भी बहुत सारी है। ऑल्सो सिंस द इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन पीपल हैव चेंज देयर हैबिट्स सो एज टू बी एबल टू अफोर्ड न्यू कंज्यूमर गुड्स, ठीक है ना। तो यहाँ पे भी क्या हुआ, यहाँ पे दे वर एबल टू डू व्हाट, मतलब इनको भी, मतलब अब कंज्यूमर गुड्स जो थे वो नए कंज्यूमर गुड्स आ गए। पहले ये लोग है ना, इन लोगों के केस में कपड़े वगैरह जो थे वो ज़्यादा, मतलब दे वर लाइक लोकल जो मेड होते हैं, दे हैड टू डू इट, ठीक है ना, वो उसी से ही काम चला लेते थे, ठीक है। शूज़ पहने तो पहने, नहीं पहने तो नहीं पहने, कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता था, ठीक है। मोबाइल फ़ोन्स या ऐसा कुछ वहाँ पे तब होता नहीं था, टेलीविजन्स वर नॉट देयर, ठीक है, सब कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा पुअर था, मतलब एवरीथिंग वॉज क्वाइट पुअर। अब क्या हुआ, अब बिकॉज ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन यहाँ पे भी एक चेंज आया। यहाँ पे भी लोगों ने देखा, अरे यार लोग शूज़ भी पहनते हैं, अरे यार लोगों के पास बाइसिकल भी है, तो हमारे पास भी होनी चाहिए। सो अल्टीमेटली बिकॉज ऑफ दिस थिंग दे नीडेड व्हाट, दे नीडेड मनी, और सिंस उन लोगों को यहाँ पे इसके लिए मनी था, चाहिए था, दे स्टार्टेड वर्किंग व्हाट, दे स्टार्टेड वर्किंग फॉर लॉन्गर आवर्स और फाइंडिंग जॉब्स अवे फ्रॉम द फार्म, ठीक है ना। जिस तरीके से अपन लोग एक बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए घर से बाहर निकलते हैं, हम लोगों को बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी क्यों चाहिए होती है, क्योंकि हम लोगों को क्या करना होता है, हम लोगों को चाहिए होता है पैसा। व्हाट डू वी रिक्वायर पैसा, ठीक है ना। तो यही चीज यहाँ पे भी हो गई। बाय 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 अंकित, सी यू। स्कूल फीस वर्क इन बोथ दीज वेज, दे आर बिट लाइक अ टैक्स बिकॉज फैमिलीज हैव लिटिल चॉइस बट टू पे देम, ओके। तो स्कूल फीस जो है वो भी क्या हो गया, ये भी इसी तरीके से काम करती है। एक तो क्या हो गया, दे आर बिट लाइक व्हाट, दे आर बिट लाइक टैक्स एंड दे आर अ बिट लाइक अ कंज्यूमर गुड, because aspirational parents can upgrade to a private school. Most important though is that they are an investment. Enoch Chikawa was one of 11 children of smallholder farmers in Zimbabwe. His parents used money earned by growing crops to educate their children. ओके सो अब यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, यहाँ पे जो स्कूल फीस है, स्कूल फीस दोनों होता है, एक तो टैक्स की तरह भी आप लोग काउंट कर सकते हो बिकॉज पीपल आर बाउंड टू पे देम वेदर दे वांट इट और नॉट. और सेकंड, ये क्या है, ये एक कंज्यूमर गुड होता है. ओके, पीपल वांट देयर चिल्ड्रन टू गेट एजुकेटेड. इट इज अ सॉर्ट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट दैट दे आर मेकिंग इन देयर चिल्ड्रन. ओके, नाउ अंडरस्टूड एवरीबॉडी. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर सेकंड, which of the following is not a way that African people pay fees for their children? Okay, first, by selling their land. Second, by working extra. Third, by doing what? By growing cash crops. Or D, none of the above. None of the above. So it's not a way that African people pay their fees for their children. Now give me the answer over here. Give me the answer. Very good, Hemant. What about others? Very good, Nivedita. दिग्विजय, आई वांटेड टू आस्क कि भाई यहाँ पे विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट अ वे दैट अफ्रीकन पीपल पे फीस फॉर देयर चिल्ड्रन. ठीक है ना, मतलब वो लोग किस तरीके से दे डू नॉट पे द फीस. ठीक है, मतलब देयर आर रीजंस ना, मतलब देयर रीजंस क्या, देयर लाइक वेज आर गिवन टू यू. ओके, तो निवेदिता सेज बाय सेलिंग देयर लैंड दे डू नॉट पे फीस फॉर देयर चिल्ड्रन बाय सेलिंग देयर लैंड. ठीक है, और उसके अलावा श्रुति ऑल्सो सेज द सेम थिंग कि दे डू नॉट पे फीस यूजिंग देयर लैंड. ठीक है, स्वर्णेंदु सेज द सेम थिंग. ठीक है ना, नाउ ओके, वेरी गुड स्वर्णेंदु. लेकिन अगर आप लोग हेमंत की बात करते हैं तो हेमंत ने बोला कि नहीं सर, बाय ग्रोइंग क्रॉप्स, बाय ग्रोइंग कैश क्रॉप्स दे डू नॉट पे द फीस. दिग्विजय आल्सो सेज ए. ओके, एनीबॉडी एल्स हु वुड लाइक टू आंसर ओवर हियर, फिर मैं आप लोगों से डिस्कस करता हूं अभी. देखो, आप लोगों ने बात करी थी ना यहाँ पे, तो हम लोगों ने क्या करा था, हम लोगों ने ये चीज पढ़ी थी. ठीक है ना, वी डिड इट. देखो, अगर अपन लोग बात करते तो अपन लोगों के ने फर्स्ट जो पैरा था उसके अंदर पढ़ा था कि चिल्ड्रन डे मतलब जो पेरेंट्स है, पेरेंट्स डिड व्हाट, पेरेंट्स स्टार्टेड वर्किंग ऑन फॉर एक्स्ट्रा, ओके, और दे स्टार्टेड व्हाट, दे स्टार्टेड सेलिंग देयर लैंड, दे सोल्ड देयर लैंड, ठीक है ना। अब यहाँ पे आप लोगों को देखा है बाय ग्रोइंग कैश क्रॉप्स, ये जो ग्रोइंग कैश क्रॉप्स था, व्हाई डिड दे ग्रो कैश क्रॉप्स, बिकॉज दे हैड टू पे द हट टैक्स, उनको क्या करना था, उनको हट टैक्स होता वो पे करना था, ठीक है ना। यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है देखो, ब्रिटिश imposed hut tax to force Africans to the cash economy, needing money to pay the cash, farmers would have to grow cash crops or work in mines, ठीक है ना। तो growing cash crops was necessary so as to pay the hut tax, not to pay for the education of their children. So this is going to be the answer. It is not one of the ways in which the African people pay fee for their children. Understood? तो यहाँ पे whose Hemant's answer is correct. Understood everybody? Could you people understand this? Now, school fees work in both these ways. अब ये तो मैंने आप लोग को बता दिया now. Okay, wait for a while. Understood everybody? कि okay, selling their land was given to you as it is. ठीक है ना? People sold their land so as to send their children to school. They did it. Okay, now next. School fees work in both these ways. What are these both ways? A, an inevitable tax in an inevitable tax, comma, B, a luxurious good, C, a consumer good, D, both A and C. Give me the answer. What is going to be the answer over here according to you people? According to you, what should be the answer? बताओ. Hemant, Nivedita, very good, very good, very good people. What about others? Hemant, very good people. श्रुति, very good people, very good दिग्विजय, वेरी गुड। ओके, सो देखो अगर अपन लोग बात करते हैं यहाँ पे बोथ वेज की, तो बोथ वेज का मतलब क्या होता है, एक तो ये हो जाएगा आप लोग का इनएविटेबल टैक्स, ओके, और सेकंड क्या हो जाएगा, इट इज ऑल्सो अ कंज्यूमर गुड, ठीक है ना, इट इज अ कंज्यूमर गुड, व्हाट इज इट नॉट, इट इज नॉट अ लग्जरियस गुड, ये एक लग्जरियस गुड नहीं है। तो आप लोग का जो करेक्ट आंसर होगा वो क्या होगा, इट विल बी बोथ ए एंड सी, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी द आंसर। आप लोग को जो करेक्ट आंसर हो जाएगा वो क्या हो जाएगा, इट विल बी वेरी गुड स्वरेंदु। ओके, सो अल्टीमेटली योर आंसर विल बी व्हाट, योर आंसर विल बी बोथ ए एंड सी। आगे बढ़ते नेक्स्ट। ओके, तो आई सपोज ओवर हियर आप लोगों को सब कुछ समझ में आया होगा, अभी तक आप लोगों को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी। आगे देखते हैं नाउ। एवरीवन नीड्स मनी फॉर स्कूल फीस which is the actual mobility out of poverty. He says, all of the 11 of us, no one is on the farm today, but it is the farm that is the springboard. These days, he is charge of agricultural development for the Gates Foundation, a charity. He is in charge, okay. So ultimately, है ना, this particular person, ये जो था आप लोगों का Enoch Chikawa, ठीक है ना, was one of 11 children of a small holder farmers in Zimbabwe. Okay, so Enoch Chikawa, what happened with him? He just moved out of poverty. Okay, he just moved out of poverty because his parents, they invested in his education. Okay, ना his parents were able to. हाँ हेमंत, अपन लोगों का जो क्लास का टाइमिंग रहता है, इट इज बिटवीन 8 AM and 9 AM. ठीक है ना, it is between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. regularly. In the evening you are going to find the classes at around 6:30 as well. जो आप लोग का 6:30 से 7:30 वाला जो सेशन रहता है उसके अंदर वी डिड आरसी, हम लोग आरसी देखते हैं, उसके अंदर अपने को क्वेश्चंस जो है वो क्वेश्चंस भी मिलते हैं, ठीक है ना। बेसिकली वो आप लोगों का कैट स्पेसिफिक आरसी होता है। उसके बाद एट अराउंड 8 PM, दिस इज 6:30 to 7:30 PM, फिर अपने पास होता है 8 PM to 9 PM, 8 PM to 9 PM आई गिव दिस ओमेट स्पेसिफिक क्लास। अभी अपन लोगों की आज जो क्लास है ये अपन लोगों का रीडिंग सेक्शन है। इसके बाद अराउंड 11:30 AM आप लोगों की एक स्पेशल क्लासेस स्केड्यूल विच इज़ फ्री फॉर ऑल। इसके अंदर आई विल बी गिविंग यू सम दैट क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप एंड इनोवेशन, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप एंड इनोवेशन, so you can join that also as well. Okay, you can find me on Telegram as well. वहाँ पे I regularly update whatever the timings are, ठीक है ना। now तो अपन लोग अगर यहाँ पर बात करें तो everyone needs what, everyone needs money for school fees, which is the actual mobility of the out of poverty. So why people over there are interested in teaching their children, because they know कि if they are going to pay for the school, if they are going to pay for the education, these children would be able to move out of the poverty. Now same happened in the case of Enoch Chikawa. Now he does not work on a farm. Okay, he's actually what? He's in charge of agriculture development for the Gates Foundation, a charity. Now, after food, education is one of the biggest items in household budgets. The financial diaries of poor families in Kenya reveal that education swallows 11% of their spending, rising to 18% among those who rely mostly on farming. Okay, so अगर अपन लोग यहाँ पर बात करते हैं कि first primary thing is what? First primary thing is food. Second primary thing for African people is education. Okay, मतलब their major spending it is what? मतलब 11%, between 11% and 18% these people spend on education. Okay, where comes everything else? For an example, you may say that clothes or any that mobile phones, television, electricity or water, these comes secondary. Okay, primary are what? Primary are food and education. School fees encourage farmers to plant cash crops such as coffee, which Ugandans really consume themselves. They also give new meaning to familiar goods. In the cattle keeping region of Karamoja, herders they are loth to part with their cows. Okay, herders are loth to part with their cows, which are a source of cultural pride. Okay, अब देखो loth to part का मतलब क्या था? Loth. Loth means what? It means they are adverse. They are what? They are adverse. मतलब they oppose to part with their cows. Part with का means what? Part with means कि भाई they are going to move away. It means what? To move away from their cows. ठीक है? Which are the source of cultural pride, but will sell a heifer to educate a child. Okay, तो यहाँ पे देखो what happens. अगर अपन लोग बात करते हैं यहाँ पे education की, so this school fees, it is also a major driver of economy in Uganda. Over there, people grow cash crops so as to do what? So as to encourage farmer, मतलब so as to pay for their school children. But the thing is this, कि they grow what? They grow coffee and they consume that coffee. So ultimately they are left with a little money only. Okay, now. Second, they also give new meaning to familiar goods. For an example, in cattle keeping region of Karamoja, herders are lot to part with their cows. Okay, so they are like they do not want to part away with their cows. They are like, for them, cows are important. For them, cows are a source of pride. Okay, yet they sell heifers. Okay, they sell calves of cows so as to get their education. They get education for their children. Samali Marika, an elder there, lists the uses of a cow as milk, meat, flowing, bride price. Bride price means what? It means as a dowry and paying for the school. Okay, now over there, who gives dowry? Over there, grooms give dowry. Okay, it is not that, it is not like that bride comes with the dowry. No, no, no. Over there, it is prevalent in their society that over there, those people they pay for the bride. So it is also bride price. If I want to get married, I have to give 100 cows. Okay, so look, these are the benefits of having a cow in Africa. It is used for what? It is used for milk, it is used for meat, it is used for ploughing as a bride price, and also for paying for school. Okay, now which of the following is not a way, yeah, not a reason for which the African households have to chip in for education. For education. Now, first, uh, for payment of an extra teacher, of an extra teacher, for upkeep, for uniform, for extra curricular activities. Activities. For extracurricular activities. So there are like what? There are like four options are given to you. I want you people to tell me ki out of these four reasons, there are four options, which is going to be the correct answer. Okay, now tell me that. Hemant says B for upkeep. Okay, very good, Hemant. What about others? Okay, what about others? Does anyone else want to give me the answer? Nivita says D. Very good, Nivedita. Hemant says B. Very good, Hemant. Anybody else who would like to give me the answer? Shruti says okay. So Arendu says B. Okay. Shruti says D. ओके तो लुक ओवर हियर बेसिकली यू हैड टू मेक नोट्स अगर आप लोग यहाँ पर आते हैं तो देखो यहाँ पे आप लोग को दे रखा है पेरेंट्स हैव टू चिप इन फॉर मटेरियल्स अपकीप यूनिफॉर्म्स एंड एग्जाम फीस और समटाइम्स जस्ट टू हायर एन एक्स्ट्रा टीचर यहाँ पे अपन लोग एजुकेशन की बात करें यहाँ पे अपन लोगों के एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज जो है ना उसके बारे में तो बात ही नहीं हुई है वेरी गुड दिग्विजय ठीक है अपन लोगों की जो एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज थी उसकी कहीं पे भी अपन लोगों ने बात ही नहीं करी है सो यहाँ पे आप लोगों को जो ऑप्शन दे रखा है विच इज गोइंग टू बी द करेक्ट ऑप्शन ओवर हियर दिस डी वाला ऑप्शन इज गोइंग टू बी द करेक्ट बिकॉज इट इज नो वेयर मैंशनड इन द पैसेज ये कहीं पे भी पैसेज के अंदर मैंशनड ही नहीं है ठीक है सो दे डू नीड नॉट पे फॉर एक्स्ट्रा क्यूरिकुलर एक्टिविटीज ये आप लोगों को कहीं पे भी मेंशन नहीं है दे पे फॉर एन एक्स्ट्रा टीचर दे पे फॉर अपकीप ऑफ द स्कूल दे ऑल्सो पे फॉर द यूनिफॉर्म्स ठीक है वेरी गुड हेमंत वेरी गुड दिग्विजय वेरी गुड पीपल वेरी गुड ठीक है नाउ नेक्स्ट तो अभी आप लोग और यहाँ पे देखो यहाँ पे आप लोग को देखा है कि व्हाट आर द यूजेस अगर मैं आप लोग यहाँ पर देखते हैं वापस से एक मोर क्वेश्चन इज देयर व्हाई कारामोजा हर्डर्स एक सेकेंड Why Karamoja herders keep cows with them? Okay, for their uh, being cultural pride. B, for giving milk. For being a source of meat, या फिर for being a source of money for education. Okay, so why do they keep cows with them? Now इस वाले को आप लोगों को करना है. Tell me that what is going to be the reason. ठीक है ना? All of the reasons are given to you, so you'll have to search for what? You'll have to search for the reason which is most appropriate one. Okay, you'll have to go by the reason which is the most appropriate one over here. Okay, out of these four, the most appropriate reason you'll have to find one. Tell me that. Okay, with Nivedita, good. What about others? Nivedita says D. What about others? Very good, Swarindu, very good Digvijay. Very good Swarindu. Very good Digvijay. Okay, Hemant, Shruti, very good people. Very good. Okay, so when we talk about what? When we talk about Karamular herders, okay, so why do they keep the cows? Because of their being cultural pride. Okay, it is the most appropriate reason. Okay, these all are secondary reasons. Okay, these are what? These all are secondary reasons. This they are being cultural pride. It is the major thing. Okay, for an example, look over here. It is given over here. In the cattle keeping region of Karamoja, herders are lot to part with their cows, which are a source of cultural pride. Okay, so the first and the biggest reason that these people these people do what? They have these cows is because they are what? They are the source of their cultural pride. But will sell a heifer to educate a child. Understood, everybody? So this is going to be the answer over here. This cultural pride is going to be the answer now. Meanwhile, a school imposes its own calendar which jars with the rhythms of the harvest. Okay, jars का मतलब क्या होता है? Jars का मतलब होता है यहाँ पे obstructs. Okay, obstructs या फिर hinders. अब यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? Look, these people, these Africans, they are what? They are imposed या फिर they are bound to pay hefty fees for the school children, despite the fact that in theory these schools are free for them. Okay, all of the reasons are there. Despite these all, ये जो schools होती है, what do? They impose their own calendar. मतलब they have their own schedule, and because of that particular schedule, this particular schedule jars with the rhythms of the harvest. मतलब कि जहाँ पे आप लोग की harvest हो रही है, वहाँ पे ये जो schools है ना, ये schools बहुत ज़्यादा prominent work कर लेंगी, वहीं पर ही exams रख देगी. तो जो children हैं, they won't be able to work in the fields. Okay, when term begins, desperate parents are at the mercy of the middleman who buy their crops. Okay, now look, when the term begins, desperate parents are at the mercy of the middleman. मतलब क्या हो गया यहाँ पे जो middle मतलब ये जो भी parents हैं, मतलब parents की इस तरीके से problem हो जाती है कि they have to sell their crops to the middleman. Okay, at the mercy of the middleman का मतलब क्या हो गया कि middleman जो है they are going to pay any price, they can pay any price now. In 2010, the government of Malawi brought forward the start of the school year by 3 months, forcing parents to sell when prices were low. अब देखो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? The government of Malawi did this. मतलब ये कितना गलत दे रखा है यहाँ पे? Why मतलब it is so bad. Okay. A study of Brian Delon of Cornell University estimates that they missed out on price increases of 17 to 27% as a result. Okay, so ultimately because of this particular thing, okay, यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? This Brian Dillon is there, ठीक है ना? He is from Cornell University. So he said कि because of this particular 3 months preponement of selling the commencement of the school term, okay, these farmers lost 17 to 27% of the revenue that they could have got. Okay, so everything is working adverse for the farmers over there. One way to bridge these time discrepancies is through savings and credit. Some parents join savings clubs, depositing a small sum each month and taking it in turns to receive a windfall. Okay, to receive a windfall का मतलब क्या हो गया? Be used in to be used in adverse times. To be used in adverse times. Now, others borrow from banks. Robert Kanwat, the microfinance manager at Centenary Bank in Uganda, says that it started offering loans for education after noticing that some borrowers were using loans intended for their businesses to pay school fees. ओके सो यहाँ पे क्या था, रॉबर्ट कैनवार्ड सेज कि भाई आई स्टार्टेड व्हाट, मतलब बेसिकली इनिशियली वी वर गिविंग व्हाट, वी वर गिविंग लोन्स फॉर बिजनेस, ठीक है, बट वी सॉ कि पीपल ओवर देयर दे आर पेइंग दैट स्कूल फीस फ्रॉम दैट लोन्स. ओके so ultimately we started what, we started education loans. Demand peaks at the start of the second term in May before the first harvest. National surveys find that a fifth of all loans in Uganda are used to pay for school. Okay, तो यहाँ पे क्या हो गया, a fifth of all loans मतलब कि 1 in every 5 loans is being used to be paid for as school fees. अरे जयदीप कोई बात नहीं, चलता है. Okay, understood everybody. Does anyone over here has any problem? यहाँ पे does anyone over here have any problem? किसी को भी कोई भी problem है क्या? Done? ना देखो करें, आगे बढ़े, चल भी आगे बढ़े. Okay, I'm moving forward now. As beneficial as this process is in the long run, parents are often paying for things which are supposed to be funded by state and which they themselves can ill afford. Okay, तो यहाँ पे क्या हो गया, यहाँ पे आप लोग को कि definitely ये जो process है, it is what, it is beneficial, ठीक है ना, कि they are getting what, they are getting education loan, और जो education loan है उसकी वजह से क्या होगा, they will be paying for they are paying for their children as well, for the education of their children. Now it is like an investment for their children, ठीक है ना. But ultimately हो क्या रहा है, things which are supposed to be funded by the state, कि ये जो चीज़ है, this thing is what, this should have been done by the government. Okay, it is not parents' responsibility but government's responsibility. Okay, which they themselves can ill afford, मतलब they cannot afford it at all. Half of Tanzanians parents surveyed by Twa in 2017 said they had contributed to school construction over the previous year. Tom Job Akri. Okay, so they look what happened. Matlab they contributed to school construction. They had what, they